Do you have any stories related to non-human animal souls you'd like to share with me?
I could tell you the story of the roaches. I'm not sure if that's gonna.
Do tell. You've already teased me with it.
This was really wonderful because, and that would also explain, does an insect have a soul? And of course, we don't, for the insects, it's a little bit different because lots of times, if there's a colony of ants, it's kind of an oversoul, and because they work, together.
In a group,
this particular experience was in New York City in a high rise.
Uh-huh.
When I was working, I was back in my world of corporate America, where I was doing a rebuild on one of the high rises on the 48th floor. And I got to know the guys in the office really well. I worked with them all the time. Suits, I would call them, and medical doctors. I happen to be medical doctors, so I know what I'm dealing with. But they know me, and so all of these roaches are coming out of the ceiling from excuse me, from the construction. The ceiling is open, and Donna, you got to get the exterminator. So it's a Friday afternoon, and I went back, and they know that I talk to animals, so they know that I'm a little bit different. And the guy who was running the construction project knew as well. And I said, listen, it's Friday afternoon. I'm not going to get an exterminator. Let me have a word with these guys, and let's see what we can do. So they're like, okay, here she goes again. And so I'm standing there. There was one dead roach on the floor already. The guys are watching the whole thing. Ceiling's wide open. And I said to the roach, see your buddy here? He's dead. If you don't get out of here, and I said this silently. This was not coming out of my mouth. I said this telepathically in energetic language.
Yeah.
And so they were so pissed, and I said, "Ooh, they're mad." So now they're really looking at me. So the roach says to me, "Well, where do you want us to go?" I said, "We were here first," kind of thing. I said, "You know what? Go anywhere, go 49, go to 47, but you better get off this floor because you're going to be killed on Monday if you don't." We go away for the weekend, come back, no roaches.
Love it.
So the guys were like, "Oh my God, what?" And so the construction guy, the construction manager, went to 47 because she called him, and she said, something, Vinny, we've got roaches all over the floor. We never had roaches before. So he says, "Oh, that's Donna Lozito. She told the roaches to go." So they have an understanding, and the problem with talking to bugs is that we're usually so frustrated when they're in our space. So it's hard to get to that place of reasoning with a bug because they're generally trying to bite you. So it's a tough.
Yeah.
But that to me is an example. Again, the communication is for me an example of soul, is an example of consciousness, is an example of communicating with the universe.